Hello and welcome back to the Stack, and here are today's top stories. The first story, a guy on Twitter says a dad ran into Joe Biden in the woods in Delaware near his home. Now, Joe Biden takes beach vacations on the weekend instead of being president of the United States, and he takes bike rides. Sometimes he falls off his bike because apparently Joe Biden isn't capable of riding a bike at his age. That says a lot about his current cognitive state. Well, this time Biden was seen on a bike trail, and a very strange moment with a young girl was caught on video. Now, for a long time, for literally years, there's been accusations against Joe Biden about weird behavior with young girls, sniffing their hair, touching their hair, just being generally weird, whispering in their ears, making weird comments to them, all kinds of stuff. Well, this time, Joe Biden appears to have sniffed a little girl's hair. So I'm going to play the video for you, and I'll tell you what's happening. So he's taking the picture. The girl is right below him here. And you can see once Joe Biden leans down, she pulls away. You can tell she's very uncomfortable. She tries to get away from Joe Biden. I mean, who would want Joe Biden sniffing their hair in their face like that? It's so strange. It's so weird. Joe Biden has some odd behavior, some odd desire towards young girls. And like I said, this goes back a long time. I mean, you had Twitter users saying what mom would allow her child close to him. Whatever he whispered to her made her run away. I mean, people clearly think that something else is going on here. And like I said, it goes back all the way to when Joe Biden was vice president and he was swearing in senators. Here we have him sniffing a girl. She looks very uncomfortable. At one point, Joe Biden said that he loved the way that little girl looked, saying she looks like she's 19 with her legs crossed. Very strange. I don't know what's going on with Biden, but he has, again, some weird desire for young girls, it seems like. And the second story, another classic example of Joe Biden showing off his astute mental health. This time overseas, he got off an airplane in Israel for a foreign trip, and he immediately embarrassed himself and the United States. It's classic Joe Biden. I mean, just imagine if Donald Trump did this. So Biden gets off the plane, and then he goes down. There's a red carpet arrival for him, and then he says, "What am I doing now?" He has no clue what he's supposed to do. So two people have to point and show him where to stand. It's like the time the Secret Service agent had to point where Joe Biden needed to walk, and Biden just ignored him and walked off a sidewalk into the grass, just seemingly wandering around. Well, it's a similar situation here. And Biden just looked so stiff, and like his balance wasn't great as he did this. So yeah, totally humiliating moment for Joe Biden. The United States does not appear strong on the world stage. And the third story, shifting gears a little bit, but it's something that we've covered here at the Western Journal a lot. There's some pretty chilling video coming out of Texas. Ranchers are lining up for miles to sell their cattle. Texas is drying up. They are facing a drought like they haven't faced in a long time. Ranchers are out of water. They can't get fertilizer. Fuel is too expensive to transport hay. So they're having to bring their cattle to market earlier than they normally do, which means the ranchers aren't going to make as much money. It's just a bad situation overall, but they're forced to do it now because they don't know what the future is going to hold. And it could actually get worse, which means cows could start dying off, or they might be even skinnier when that time comes. So yeah, I mean, literally, I think we have a video in here so you can see there are miles upon miles of ranchers. I've never seen anything like this. I think a lot of folks should be worried about this because this has real implications on Americans too. I mean, these are ranchers that are going to make less money. It's harder for them to survive. And this comes after, I think we reported not too long ago about how thousands of cows died in, I believe, Kansas due to the high heat. And there's been food processing plant disasters this year and farm fires. It's like the country cannot catch a break with this stuff. So pray for all the ranchers in Texas. So if you want to stay up to date on the latest news on the food crisis in America and the latest on Joe Biden's failing cognitive health, you can head to westernjournal.com. And please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode of The Stack.